Hey, how's it going guys? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a Python program to script Craigslist postings and export the listings to a CSV file. Alright, so I thought this could be a pretty good exercise or good practice to get more hands-on experience on doing web scraping with Python. And sometimes if you just want to have everything in a single view, or if you want to have all the postings in a single table, so you can filter the posts based on our specification. Alright, so let's take a look at the postings that we're going to scrape in this video. Some on the San Francisco Bay Area postings, and some under the services category, followed by the creating services subcategory. And since I like to doing photographies, sometimes I like to see other people's work or other photographers' work. So I'm going to search for all the photography services. And that'll give us 198 results. And that's going to be 2 pages. Because for each page, we can display 120 items. Now I want to go into my Python script. And I already create a blank script called demo.py. And we're going to export the results to a CSV file. And this is what the file looks like. So I'm going to show you the results set first, so you know what to expect. Alright, so from this CSV file, we have 5 columns, and those are the information we're going to import. So here we have post ID, which is the posting ID, posting title, the location of the service, and picture ready means that whether or not if the posting contains any image content. And the last one will be the posting URL. Alright, so here let me import the libraries first. So I'm going to import the time module. And to import the markup, I'm going to import the requests library. And this is a third-party library, so we need to install the library using the command pip install requests. And to slice the information, I'm going to use BeautifulSoup. So from BS4, I'm going to import the BeautifulSoup class. And to install the library, it's going to be pip install BeautifulSoup 4. And to export the content to a CSV file, I'm going to use Pandas library. And those are the libraries I'll be using for this demo. Alright, so let's take a look at the markup. So I'm going to select one of the element. Let's do the location element. Right click, inspect. And that's going to highlight the element associated to the selection. Alright, so if we collapse this listing tag, so we can see that all the listings or postings all share the same class attribute, which is going to be result row. And the parent element is under this UL tag. And one more thing. Let me go to the next page. Right, so here's our parameter. So we have 2 parameters actually. The first parameter is going to be the query string, and here this is going to be photography. And S means skip. Basically, how many items do you want to skip? So on the second page, we're actually skipping 120 items. So that leaves us to this is going to be the 121 item. Right, so I'm going to grab the base URL. I'll create a variable called base URL. Oops. Then I want to create my headers object. I'm going to launch the developers window by using the shortcut F12. Then I'll go to the network tab. And here I'm going to press F5 to refresh. And that'll list all the API codes. So I'll click on O to display all the requests. One thing I like to do is I like to actually let me expand the window first. I like to look at the headers that a browser is using to make a request. And if I look at this one right here, this GET request, under the request headers, And these are all the different attributes that the browser is using to send an API request to retrieve the information. And I want to go down to user agent. I want to provide my user agent when I make a request call. So I'm going to insert the user agent key. Then I'll paste the value. And that's the only information I'm going to provide when I make a request call. Alright, so here let me create another variable. I'll name the variable query string. And it's going to be the term that I want to search. I'm going to search for photography. In case if your query string contains spaces, we need to replace the space with the plus symbol. And I'll move the base URL below the headers object. I want to create an empty list, and I'll name the list posts. So basically, when I iterate each page, I want to save all the postings in this posts list. I'm going to insert a loop, and because I don't know how many posts I'm going to have, sometimes can be 100, sometimes can be 500, sometimes can be 2000. It varies. So I'm going to insert my starting location, which is going to be 0. And for the upper limit, let's do 5000. I think in general, 5000 is a pretty good number when you are iterating all the pages. And we're going to skip 120 items per page. Inside the loop, I want to create my parameters. We have query, and it's going to be query string. Then we have skip, which is the S parameter. And this should be string. Right, so let's make the request call. And I'll name the output as response. So from the request to this library.get, I want to insert the base URL followed by the parameters, then the headers. And let me specify the parameter name. And it should be params. And once we make the API call, we want to check if the response status code is equals to 200. Actually, this should be not equals to 200. If this condition is met, then we want to exit out the loop. So we're going to insert the break statement. And he's saying that response is not defined. Oh, so this should be response. I want to insert another message, API call fail. Otherwise, we can create our soup object. I'm going to insert the BeautifulSoup class. Then I'll insert the response object that content. And for the method, it's going to be HTML.parser method. And it should be response. Right, so I want to go back to the Craigslist postings. So for this search query, we have 198 items. But if I try to skip 480 items, and because the results does not have that many listings, so we're going to get this message. Here, let me zoom in a little bit more. You will see this message, search, and you will find N is beginning the harvest moon wins. And this message is an indication that we need to stop the loop or stop the iteration. Alright, so here, let's put a break right here. Then run the select statements. Alright, so if I print the soup object, and we're going to get the HTML markup that ties to this response object. Now going back to this page. Now let me examine the element. Right, so if we look at this element that ties to this code block, I guess, we can see that we have this pre-tag followed by this moon ID tied to this ID attribute. So what I can do here is I can insert an if statement. I can say that if soup.find. I want to look for the pre-tag. Then I want to look for the ID attribute. And the attribute name is going to be moon. Oh, this should be inside. And if this condition is met, then we know that we need to stop the loop. So I'll put a break right here. Otherwise, we'll just keep continue the iteration. Now we're going to retrieve the results or the postings. So I'll go back to the result page. And I'll select the first posting, right click, inspect. Now let's take a look. Let me do it again. Okay, so it's right here. So what I would like to do here is I would like to first of all create the element container that store this URL tag or URL element. So here I'll say soup.find. I want to look for the URL tag. And for the attributes, I want to insert two different attributes. The first attribute is going to be ID, and the ID name is going to be search results. And the second attribute is going to be the class. And the class name is going to be rows. And I'll name the output as search results. Right, so we have the URL tag or the URL source code in the search results object. Now I want to retrieve the listings. So I'm going to insert search results .find all. And I want to locate the LI tag. And because the data PID attribute values are not going to be the same across all the postings. Same thing with the data repos of, I think this is the date value, I'm not so sure. But I can see that all the class attribute values are the same, so I'm going to use that as my criteria. So I'm going to search for my attribute based on the result row value. And since the default is already set to class attribute, so I don't need to insert the key value. And this will be listings. Now I want to iterate each listings from the listings object. So I'm going to say for listing being listings. And at this point, the only thing left to do is to extract the posting information. So here let me expand the LI tag. And I'll go back to the postings. So here let me select the posting title. And the posting title is under this H3 tag. And we have the postings URL in multiple places. So here's place number 1 and place number 2. And here let me grab the posting URL. And I'll name the variable post URL. And it's coming from the A tag. And followed by the href attribute. I also want to print a message processing post followed by the post URL. Now let me examine the post title. And the posting title is in this A tag. And here we have this result info element that is the parent. Right, so here what I like to do is I like to make my structure a little bit more organized. So I'll create the result info element first. And we can reference the result info element by referencing the div tag directly. And from there, I can access different types of information, such as the post ID. And the post ID is under the S3 tag, followed by the A tag. Alright, so here, let's do this. This is going to be post ID. I can take the result info, the S3, the A tag. They want to reference the ID attribute value. And for the post title, this is going to be result info, the S3, the A tag, the text. I want to remove the extra spaces using the strike function. Then we have the location. Right, so the locations under this result meta class attribute, and it's under this span tag. And because we have multiple span tags, so we need to use the find method to give us a more accurate result. Alright, so I'll name the location as location. So from result info .find, I want to locate the span tag, and the class value is going to be result hood .text. And if we go back to the postings, for the location names, we have the close and open parentheses. And I only want to extract the location name or the city name. So here what I can do is I can use the replace function. Now insert the replace function in multiple lines. So this is going to be the open parenthesis, and it's going to be the close parenthesis. Then I want to remove the extra spaces. So that's for the location. Now I want to check whether or not if a posting has a picture or images. I'll name the variable PIC ready. And basically, if we go back, and I'll examine the PIC element. And basically, I can check if a posting has a picture, if this PIC tag is available. So here I can say that if result info .find, I want to find the span tag, and for the class attribute, it's going to be PIC tag. So if this element exists, then I want to return true. Otherwise, I'm going to return false. Alright, so at this point, we have all the information that I want to export to a CSV file or to an Excel file. And I'll append the values to the posts list. And here I'm going to insert them as a single list. And this will be post ID, post title, location, PIC ready, and the post URL. And I want to delay the next iteration by 0.5 seconds, since I want to delay the next iteration by 0.5 seconds, since I don't want to put too much stress on the server. And to export the contents to a CSV file, so here I'm going to reference the Pandas library. So type pd.dataframe, and I'll insert the posts list. And for the columns, this is going to be post ID, post title, location, PIC ready, and post URL. And it's going to be name as df. And to export the content to a CSV file, I can use the toCSV method. And for the file name, let's just do the query string name. .csv, and I'll skip the index, and that's it. Alright, so here let me do a test run. So I'm going to delete all the extra lines. and I'll press F5 to run the script. Here, let me delete this CSV file. Oops. Right, so it looks like the script is finished. Now here's my CSV file. And let me just open the file and let me take a look. Alright, so everything looks good. The last check I want to do is I want to check whether or not if I extract all the postings. So if I go back to the Craigslist postings, and here we have 198 postings total. So if I select all the postings except the header, and I should expect my count is going to be 198 items as well. So here's 198 as my total counts. Alright, so this is going to be everything I'm going to share in this video. And hopefully you guys found this video useful. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.